Hi. Today I wanted to talk about modern high school TV shows having too much sex. I want to start off by saying no, I'm not a prude. No, I'm not sex avergent. What? I don't know if that's a word, but I don't hate sex. I'm not disgusted by sex. That's not where this is coming from. But this is coming from a place where I feel like it's something weird going on. Now, three main examples that I can think of that kind of have way too much sex for it to be about high school students is number one, Euphoria, two, On My Block, and three, Riverdale. Now, I say this not as a hater. I'm 27 right now. I was younger. It has not been that long. Okay, well, I guess you could say, yeah, it has been long, like a decade. So, but I say that like as in, I'm not being unrealistic. I know teenagers have sex. Okay, I'm not stupid. All right. I say that because I think it's weird the amount of sex on TV, even though the audience is not necessarily teenagers. Example: Euphoria. Now I could not watch Euphoria because for me it was just too much sex, too much nudity, and I have no problem with nudity or sex when it's done in a way that makes sense. I don't feel like there's too many times where female actors, male actors too, are put in positions that are not good. I mean, you could literally go Google it. There's so many people in Hollywood that have been assaulted, etc. So I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. It's actually real. It's a legit concern. And so now when I see sex on TV, I'll be thinking to myself, oh God, did somebody, are people safe? Was there like a coordinator there? I even saw I think a producer recently was saying that they would never have a sex coordinator on set, which I'm like, the sex coordinator is supposed to protect the actors. So that shows what type of set you have when you don't want to protect your actors. Back to my main point. Why is a show about high schoolers having so much sex? Yes, people in high school have sex, but it's almost to an extreme level on the show. Like they have an extreme level of sex, too much, too much. And the people who make it are all grown. The people in the movie and shows are all grown. So why are you doing that? It's unrealistic bodies. These people are like 20 something, maybe even in their 30s sometimes, playing high schoolers. I say that because high schoolers are going to obviously look at those bodies and think those may be realistic for the times or not. That's something I worry about. But then also I say this because, and I feel like I'm not wording it correctly. I think it's weird because a lot of times the people who make the shows are men, and I think they like clips. I remember I never watched Euphoria, but when Sydney Sweeney, I guess, was topless, that went like mega viral, right? There are basically sick people out there who they don't care about the storyline, but it's almost like they just enjoy the sex scenes. And that bothers me because you as a grown adult should not be looking at a high schooler like that. Sydney Sweeney is grown in real life, but on the show, she's playing a high schooler. And I don't know, it's just like, it's something weird where I feel like, I don't know, we shouldn't blur those lines, right? High schoolers on the shows, let's start making them actual people in that age bracket. Or if not, let's just stop having so much sex. Because I feel like it's but it's allowing grown people to start fantasizing about high schoolers in a weird way. Now, on my block, it didn't have like an extreme amount of sex, but I say this from memory, so I could be wrong, right? But I remember thinking to myself at one point watching on my block, I was like, man, it's got a lot of sex in this. And once again, I say that because I'm a grown adult. I don't want to see kids having sex. Like I said, if it's tasteful, I'm a lover of film cinema. Like I love this stuff for real, for real. Injected in my veins. I love television. I love movies. But I feel like it's getting weird. It's getting weird. Something is happening where it's like, why are there so much emphasis on high schoolers having sex? It's like, I don't know, it's getting crazy. Even with Riverdale. Once again, haven't watched Riverdale recently. I watched the first few seasons, the last few I didn't. But I remember when I did watch it, I had the same thought. And I was even younger then when that show came out. And I still was like, this is kind of weird. Why is there so much sex when like Like, I don't know. Like, it's just kind of weird. Like, even shows that are grown shows, like HBO to me just kind of be, HBO Max be doing a lot, okay? So it's not just the kids shows. It's just too much sex on TV shows in general. But I thought maybe for like shows with high schoolers, they maybe tone it down a little bit, but it seems like they don't care. To me, TV is kind of starting to get porn with plot. Like, it's really getting weird out here in these streets. I don't understand why we can't have a TV show with a few tasteful scenes in it. Maybe like, pan ups, like, like, oh, they're kissing, they're making out. Ah, like, you know what I mean? You can assume they had sex. Why do you need to necessarily see them have sex? And even for actors, I've been wondering, like, are actors okay with this? Because if I was an actor, I'd be like, I signed up to play a TV character, not to throw it back on camera. And it's like everything is like, I don't know, it's just getting weird. I don't understand. Like, there's a way where you can do tasteful television and you don't have to have it so raunchy. And no, I'm not a prude. I don't have a problem with sex being on TV. But it feels like that's the only thing being dished out right now. It's like everything has to have sex scenes. Everything has to have sex in it. Like, we don't. Everything does not have to have that. Like, let's tone it down a little bit. Let's relax a little bit. It's okay. No way that I word this will probably make everyone happy. But make sure to comment down below and let me know, am I tripping, or do you see what I'm seeing? Are we on the same page, or am I weird? And make sure to like and subscribe as well. Bye.